Good afternoon, folks. How are you doing? This is Ken McGowan, getting ready to do a not writing stream. Because, like I mentioned somewhere in there in the intro, it's time to face facts. Writing is really not going right now. That's not to say I'm putting in the effort every day. I am spending significant time every day working on the writing. It's just not fruitful. And it's not fruitful beyond what it has been in the past, where it took months to write a single chapter. There's nothing is sticking these days, unfortunately. So, given it a lot of thought. Of course, I've given it a lot of thought. Can't help. It's like, aside from all the basics of life, of family and daily responsibilities and work and all that, writing is the main and only thing. Aside from relaxation time that I tend to focus on. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's going to do it. I think every other time in my life when I've been in a situation kind of like this, the thing that has made the difference was getting an external swift kick in the ass that required me to do something, or else, like something that spoke much more directly to my sense of danger. Not just failure, danger. Oh, hey, we got people buying stuff already. That's cool. I've already done some of the basics for the day because I wanted to focus the stream exclusively on sort of the topical thing, which we'll get to in a minute. Taking down 10-ton town. Alright, what am I doing? I'm putting away my swimsuit so I don't have to carry that around. And as much as I like the music, let's go ahead and tone that down here and we'll get the day going. How's your day going? How's your weekend been? Mine's admittedly been rough. Between a couple days worth now of being just absolutely laid out by COVID. More so than in the first week I had it. The first week I had it was all the, it's hard to breathe, I'm coughing, which makes it sound worse than it really was. I had both vaccinations, so the symptoms weren't as intense. Where I'm getting the intensity now is in the follow-up. It's, I worked for half a day on Friday, and then by Friday night, had to just lay down and do nothing. And then Saturday, surprisingly to me, I also had to kind of lay down and do not much of anything. And I'm kind of there again today, not as much. So I've already let work know I'm only going to be working half days. It's just the way it is right now. This is what the virus does to us. Not a lot we can do about it. So let's talk about the overall plan here. Spent a lot of time yesterday basically being frustrated with the build system in this game, and I'm going to try to do less of that today. Not that it's suddenly going to be any better. It's just that I'm going to stay focused on, the stuff I can do. Limited as that might be, this carrot will not plant. Oh, it wants to be near its friends. I see. I get that. I can sympathize. So we'll plant them basically. They're going to be haphazard, but we're going to pack them in as densely as I can there. Look at all this, though. We actually got... Whoops. We don't want to... Nope, wrong. Let's harvest that. So yeah, the next time I actually want to make some alcohol of some kind, should have a lot more of the supplies that I will need to do that. Oh my gosh, the frame rate. What is wrong? It was down under 40 there for a second. Boy, I can feel it. My apologies for that. That's a new problem. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I am turning off as much as I can before the stream. It seems like it's only Fallout. I suspect it's a problematic Fallout update. Can't say for sure, of course. That seems to be the strongest hypothesis right now. I think that's probably enough wheat, right? Like, let's see if maybe I can just make some more vodka or something. In which case, we're going to need some filthy water that we can boil. Collect. Sometimes, for whatever reason, when you go to collect, it just doesn't. Let's try again. Come on. There we go. I'm just going to sit here collecting over and over again. There's another. I think I need one more. So yeah, earlier today I went out gathering wood. All the stuff that's just kind of low-key. I did my cap exchange. So we're up to 11,000 caps now, which is good. That'll come in handy for buying ammo when I don't have enough stuff to actually, produce it myself. There's still a lot of work to do here. But I'm not planning on any of that for on-stream today. Like I've been saying, trying to keep it down to just one thing at a time for the stream. Because even keeping it down to one thing, I'm still going like 3 hours on each stream. That is a long time. Alright, so let's go ahead and craft. Let's hope that we can make filthy water into slightly better water, but double the water. Yeah. Go to drinks. Boil it. I'm going to boil all two. I only got two, really. There, we duped the water. Alright. Okay. Now we're going to go here. Spirits. What am I missing for the vodka? Glowing resin. That's right. We gotta go get some resin. I'm going to go ahead and leave that alone just for a minute. So I went ahead and checked the fermenter earlier today. And you notice there's nothing in there right now. Unless these are all in there. That would be weird. Where does it say? Oh, assign items from stash to ferment. Yes. This sort of thing is confusing to me. Take assign. It looks like it's actually in there. Those I think are just all the things that I would normally have in my in my stash. Because why would I have Nuka-Cola Dark in there? Anyway, I got out the vodka earlier, so we have vodka. Let's actually go back down here because we have to use the station. We can't just pour the drinks any arbitrary location. Go to mixed drinks and White Russian. We need Brahmin milk. That's right. The milk spoils in like an hour. I'm going to go ahead and do this really quick. It shouldn't take long. Quick trip to Flatwoods. So I need a Brahmin pen too, which gets me to why I'm taking down 10 Ton Town. So like I mentioned in the description, I was never able to do everything I really wanted with it. The build capacity for camps is just too small. It's too low. So rather than have something that's enormous but kind of empty feeling, never really felt like what I wanted. And I also have other needs now. Like rather than having all these like Brahmin pens and the crops and all that around 10 Ton Tower, I'm just going to divide up my the two camp slots that I get. One of them will be 10 Ton Tower. That'll be the tourist trap place. We'll have all the features there. Well, that'll be good because it'll reserve more of the build for the more interesting stuff to put in there, right? The decorations and whatnot. The other one, which I have no idea what I'm going to call it, is going to be farmland, basically. That's where I'm going to keep my cows, grow the crops. There's no interaction button on this cow. This is a non-interactive cow. How about you? Please? There we go. Okay, that should be plenty. Let's go home, make some White Russians. So yeah, a little side note. I was worried about getting bombed, when people drop nukes on the White Spring. I was worried about them inadvertently blowing up my house. It actually, I had the first one today. First time someone dropped a nuke. But it worked out really well. They were actually just a little bit north of my house. So like if I turned around and looked up the hill here, I could see the toxic radioactive cloud. But it didn't actually touch me. So Which is actually a really good spot to be in, because then again, people come to the White Spring to gather stuff, and hey, I've got vending machines, and we all benefit. Alrighty, so let's see. We got mixed drinks. First White Russians to be made here. Takes 3 Brahmin milk, really? Okay. Cool, but hey, you make 3 of them. Alright, so I'm going to put 1 in the bowl upstairs, 1 in the vending machine, and I'm going to drink 1. So here's 1 for the vending machine. And we're going to charge 10 for that. Their price is way off here. This is a rare find. How often do you actually see White Russians out in the wild? You know what I mean. Ugh, man alive, the lag on this thing. I gotta get that worked out. I'm seriously thinking, whoops. Am I in the right place? I'm thinking I'm in the right place. Nope, I'm confused in my own place. I'm seriously thinking about just rebuilding my PC. Reinstalling Windows and everything. Because if I'm seeing the lag here, it's got to be awful on the stream. It's got to be absolutely terrible. Alright. There we go. Kind of weird how I'm not sure I like how they organize this. I don't know why I don't get why I'm seeing all this down here. I guess that's what I have in storage, right? I don't know why. It just doesn't like if I want to see what's in storage, I'll go look at his stash box. Anyway, yeah. So we'll come back later. We'll see if anyone's actually had the White Russian. Well, actually, I put it there, but now with what I'm about to do. Silly me, no one will be able to take that. It'll just be waiting for later. Because as soon as I get out of this weird place. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. No, wow, 36 frames a second out here. Unacceptable. What is going on? And all this, whoa. Okay, well now I think it's just crashing hard. Bear with me. Oh, man. So we may lose the game here, if we haven't already. Yeah, I mean, that thing is taking up... I expect it to take up a lot of the CPU. It is taking up 4 gigs of memory. That does not seem as normal. Sheesh. Alright. Gonna do a couple more things here. I don't think this is actually going to help, but here's hoping. Let's see if I have any. I want to make sure there are no browsers running or anything. Yeah. I mean, there is nothing else taking up CPU. It is all Fallout. And it is just awful. Okay, we're up to 60 right now because we're looking at a map. If I leave the map, yep, it's straight up just a rendering issue in Fallout. I don't know why, but there you go. Alright. Well, let's do this. It's going to look like garbage. But in the interest of actually being able to play the game, let's go to settings, let's go to display. It is a fairly high resolution display, but that hasn't been a problem up to this point. So, I don't know what's going on there. We went 1920 by 1080. And the rest of this, I mean, yeah, I'll crank. Oop, okay, crank it down just a little bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and restart the game. I'll just stay here. I'm not gonna shut down the stream. Let me put this up. So we'll do an intermission. I'll shut this down, get it restarted, get everything going again. My apologies for the interruption. This is an ongoing thing. And it's new. Like I said, I if I were to guess, I'm going to say it had to do with some kind of update recently. Can never know for sure. Anyway, yeah, so the rest of the stream, we're going to switch camps to 10-ton town, which is why I was saying that we're going to have to wait to see for later to see if anyone finds the drink sitting in the punch bowl upstairs. Well, I'll say I doubt anyone will. There's no reason to go up there at this point. It's a big empty building. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Get the content back. Oh, so now it's too small on the stream, isn't it? Alright, let me deal with that. Boy, I tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another. Let's see. There we go. Well, that's, yeah, wrong one. Hopefully this will do it. How's that? Looking okay? Alright, here's hoping. The reset on the stats button. There's always just a little teeny bit of lag as I swap displays, so there's a little drop there. That should go away quickly. Looks like it's still going. Yeah, it's still cycling out the text. There we go. I was a little worried I crashed it and just trying to swap things out there for a sec. How are we doing? Oh, well, I'm not going to need it right now anyway, but... Who's in my spot? I knew this would happen time to time. This is going to be a popular location, so... I don't know what it means about... The one thing that makes me a little nervous, so I'm going to go ahead and try leaving and joining in again, is I don't know what they mean by one free camp placement. My concern is that if I accept... Like, if I swap out camps on that particular server, does that mean it's going to... Does it permanently remove the camp? What does one free camp placement mean? Why would I need it? No idea. I really do need to get some music for this thing. Need to get some music for the stream. What am I doing up here? And there is 10-ton tower. Good as new. And frame rate is just dandy. Yeah, boy. Oh, no, it isn't. It's dropping again. Still dropping. Just as pretty much as bad as it was before. Good night. Well, at this rate, it's kind of a matter of what other game do I find? If you get to the point where there's nothing else you can turn off and nothing you can do but drop the quality down below just a minimum acceptable quality, you stop playing the game. Frame rate's 37. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to do this. They make it really tough to avoid this kind of thing, though. Alright, moving on. It is what it is. Looking to see if I can find any resin really quick, but I'm not seeing any. I don't remember which tree it was on yesterday. I just remember it was one of the ones down here. It's honestly kind of hard to see in the dark, too. Is that it? No, it's just tree trunk. There we go. Alright. Well, time to move camps. First of all, before I go, let's take a look at food and drink. Reduces limb damage by 25%. Okay, sure, why not? There we go. Spoiled meat. Where did that come from? And let's put the glowing resin away too. It's not going to count it there. I just want to put it here. Okay. Do I have enough to actually make some more vodka right now? What am I missing for the vodka? Oh, if only I need one more resin. Okay. Run up this way. Seem to remember seeing one more patch of resin up this way. Somewhere here. So, well, when I'm offline, the other thing I'll do, I don't know that I've updated my graphics drivers for a little bit, so I will check that as well. So that can definitely throw a wrench in things too, right? Normally I wouldn't expect it to be that bad, but it can. Wouldn't be unheard of. What are those? Aster. I harvested those? Can't remember. There are some of the longer term goals about harvesting different kinds of plants, and I cannot remember. There are a couple of relatively common ones that I haven't, apparently I haven't ever harvested. Okay, I'm gonna have to head back pretty soon. I'm like, I know there's another patch up here. Maybe someone already found it for the day. And yeah, I'm gonna, oh, let's take a picture of the tick, shall we? Gross little thing. There we go. And now we got these yokels. There's the other one. Headed for the hills. Or not. He changed his mind. Oh, might be able to actually level up today. Whoops, that'd be good. Jump back in. Come on. There we go. Yeah, either my eyes are just not attuned to what the resin looks like, or someone's already collected it for the day. Either I'm just missing it, or it's really just not there. Thought it was down near the base of one of these trees. Evening. No luck today. I don't think I looked over here. Eh? Nope. Tree trunk. No. Well, shoot. No more vodka for today. Maybe I'll find some later, somewhere else. Alright, for right now, though, let's go ahead and get on with the rest of the day's plans. So we're going up to 1010 Town. And before I go there, let me go and grab just a little bit of food. Let's go to, no, not Smith. Where is it? There it is. Go to the farm. See if we can find some red stag. Then we'll go from there. Whoop, come on. Having window swap issues here. There we go. That's just a possum. What are you shooting? Seriously, what are you shooting at? Really? Dude, I seriously doubt those things were attacking you. That's a new one. Normally when you show up there, there's something relatively high level attacking. Like, there'll be a fight going on between two things. It could be super mutants and rad scorpions. It could be blood eagles and death claws. You know, like, there's some pair of something fighting. Never seen settlers versus possums. And then also usually there's a herd of rad stag over here, but I'm not seeing anything. There's a bear. Bear will work. I'm switching the gun. Hello, bear. And you're not alone, are you, either? You and your stupid knockback. Alright, anything else? What's over there? Rad stag doe. Okay. Sorry. Say, swap this out while I'm thinking about it. I think everything else is fine. Yep. No other red stags, huh? Get out of here. Guys, get on my nerves.
This is the warden of Eastern Regional Penitentiary. Our last prisoner. This is the warden of Eastern Regional Penitentiary. Our last prisoner count came up woefully short. Obviously, there's been a mass breakout. I'm authorizing prison marshals to seek out escaped prisoners. Due to overcrowding and the logistics of caring for live prisoners, immediate use of lethal force is authorized. There seems to be an issue with the marshal's visual recognition system. No time to fix it now. I must stop those escapees.
Just not a lot of rad stag out today. Go figure. Well, based on the few things I found, that'll get me through. It's better than nothing. It's not really going to last very long, though. Whoop. That was weird. Up. And there's another one. That should do. I think I was looking for wood in the wrong location earlier. There's a lot of stuff up here. Yeah, I'll just leave that one down there. All right, let's swap out the camps. So expand, activate the camp. And now, time to say goodbye. The main reason this one's more sentimental is this is the one I was building at the end of when I was streaming as 10 Ton Noggin. And that was a really good run. A lot of good memories associated with it. But all things must come to an end. The thing is with this one, I could actually... So the other option here, just to be, you know... The other option is pay another $10 and get a third location. I just don't care to pay that much for something that I'm not going to use hardly at all, frankly. So, what do you say? Take a few photos? Let's take a few. I guarantee you, I will regret this at some point. Just, it's my nature.
Hey, need something, buddy? Friend, pal, fellow Appalachian traveler?
There's a lot of stuff I like about it, but I can't get it to where I want it to be. So... I tell you, I won't miss the neighbors. Actually, let's go upstairs. Let's go deal with them. It actually sounds like the laser outside did it, finally.
Alien materials will be confiscated.
No, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, before I forget too. Let's see, not that. Go over here. There we go. Yeah, I can go ahead and leave the name for right now.
This unit will not rest until this land beats the Crimson
I just
Red.
realized that these lights never turned on. They did turn on at one point. Makes me think maybe something destroyed my power supply. Maybe. We'll take a look downstairs in a little bit. Bye, Beckett. Poof! So I actually found a camp on accident today. Just happened across it. It wasn't even marked publicly. So when I first found it, I didn't even know it was a camp. I kind of thought maybe I ran across a game location that I just hadn't seen yet. And it was maybe the best example of, like, maybe what I didn't do with this camp that I kind of intended to do. So it had a very small footprint, but in that small footprint, it packed in so much stuff. It made such good use of, the general like Fallout kind of junk aesthetic. Now, it used a lot of glitching too. I don't think glitching, it's not like I think it's wrong. I try not to use it because I don't like the idea that they could fix an issue and suddenly, well, no, why can't I take that away? That's a roof tile.
We are the collective. We are the party. We are.
Why is it saying I can't do it? Would not be accessible. That makes no sense, Jack.
For the proletariat.
Yeah, we'll leave that there for right now. Hello. I hardly ever check this guy's gatherings. What do we got? Yeah, not a lot. Months you've been working. That's all you got for me? You're fired. Oh, it's so nice and quiet now. I don't know why it won't let me get rid of that. But anyway, they had so much stuff packed into it. And it wasn't just packed in a kind of haphazard sort of way. It really, really had a lot of character. Really cool. So I took some pictures of it. Those pictures show up in the load screens now. So when I fast travel between places, you will see some of it. Now can I? There we go. So that red barn that shows up in in a couple of the different paintings that you can put up. One idea for later is to try to build that barn. Like find a place out in the wasteland that looks kind of like it does in the photo, in the painting that is, and yeah, build that place. Kind of makes me wonder if anyone else has tried that. Really, I don't know why this thing's being so finicky. There we go. Good. Good. Now we're getting there. That makes sense. I'm just, yeah, need to pay attention to what's up on top. Why is that one saying no? What is going on there? So yeah, the place that I'm looking to build to replace this, totally different purpose. Different build philosophy. Rather than being a sort of a display camp, it's just going to be a utility camp. So it is going to be a little teeny house with, I always need I need room for vending machines so I can keep the caps coming in. But beyond that, it's going to be farm stuff. And if I could find someplace where I could actually put up a resource harvester of some kind, I almost don't care what kind, just something. So I can keep collecting from it and either sell it off, or if it's something, I mean, if I could find someplace where I could actually harvest iron for steel, that would be outstanding. I don't think you're correct. Oh, door. There we go. You know, honestly, this doesn't feel too bad. I was expecting to get, because I am one of the most sentimental people you will ever meet. And I was fully expecting this to feel really awful. To be like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not getting that at all. Alright, let me take something out here. This I'm going to store. I don't want to have to regather the materials for... Nope, we need that out. There we go. Weird to me that it won't let me take the roof pieces out. Like, why? Why is that a thing? Never even noticed those things up there. All right. Clock is kind of nice. Might see about fitting that back in somewhere. I know, thrill a minute today, right? But it's all stuff that has to be done. I think, so doing my little house here in the middle, this is the other thing that doesn't really fit with the way I'd rather do builds from here on out. Now that they have shelters, using the shelter for all your kind of personal stuff, your home, versus doing something that's a little bit more feature-oriented on the surface. Just feels like a better way to use the builds. Lets you add a little bit more character to each one, too. And that was kind of, when I was building this, that was the first sign, or that was my first place I got the sense that, wait, okay, this isn't going to work, is it? Like, I'm not done, but according to the build budget, I'm all done. When I was trying to put stuff into the home, and all of a sudden I couldn't even put in like a rug or something. Like there was just there wasn't a room to put a display case out. There wasn't a room for anything else. It was just all used up. It's like, uh-oh. Well, maybe I can optimize other parts of this and I can keep building. It's like, nope, you're just done. Turns out that's all you can do. You cannot do any more. So, yeah, if you're just getting into the camp builds, that would be, you know, were someone to ask, that would be some of my first advice would be keep your footprint small. Keep it as small as you can. Gather up stuff from the Atom Shop and from events. Oh, I guess that might be a point too. Is don't just get the stuff that has an obvious purpose. Like, as things come through the store, if you have atoms available, go ahead and grab it. Even if you can't see where you're going to use it right away. If it's some little decorative something. Oh, it's because of the door, isn't it? Yeah. Huh, okay. Because it turns out there is a lot of stuff that you can combine with other things. It's a lot of... what am I trying to say? If you are creative with it, there's an awful lot you can do with all the funny, kitschy little things. But yeah, I mean, also at the same time, there's still that sense that the amount of time that they require for you to go through and do all, like, to finish out a season and get all the stuff for your build, they really expect you to spend. You either have to figure out, like, really, really clever ways to optimize every little thing. Even so, I think it probably takes a solid 2 to 4 hours each and every day. Or you end up just paying actual real world money to move yourself along the scoreboard. And I'm personally not comfortable with that. There we go. Oh, we got a roof piece out there. Getting down to the foundation here. Those aren't even working anymore because I put the power supply away. So I take all this stuff down. Oi, alright, steal them. Won't miss you guys. Oh, where'd you go? So yeah, there are 2 goals for the new place. No scorched. And some kind of resources. A junk pile, a lead, silver, iron, you name it. Someplace I can put a harvester on there and start gathering some kind of materials. Oops. Most of my good memories associated with this place actually come from not the place itself, but some of the folks I met when I had set up this camp. Ghost. I don't remember the suffix in Ghost's name. Ghost was a 76 player who would come on the stream and chat and was a PC Fallout 76 player, so would actually join in-game and hang out, or he was a lot more studied about the game than I ever was. And so that, you know, I got an awful lot of good advice from him. Okay. There we go. Now why aren't you going away? Whether it was Ghost, Jamie, Nikki. It was a good gang. To be completely honest, I actually feel bad about the way things went there, because my original intent was to just stop streaming altogether. And I did. I actually did for months. And then I got back into it because I kind of had the opposite problem. I was literally doing nothing but writing. I was being very disciplined about it. I don't know about you. I'm one of those people that I will convince myself that I'm just not very disciplined about things. And it's not true at all. It's horse pucky. Can actually be very, very disciplined about a thing, but maybe I'm just not seeing the results I want, or maybe I've got some imagined standard that I imagine that everyone else is following. I'm just the lazy one. Something's got to go here. There we go. Come on. What do you think you're reaching? No. You're telling me I can't delete anything else. Okay. Good. Good. Almost there. Now you. You're a dork. I don't know what you think you're on about there, but you know, I can go ahead and move on with just 2 pieces of stairs there. What is up there that it thinks I'm not going to be able to reach if I get rid of that? Oh, you're full of it. Alright, well, that's it. There's the remains of 10 Ton Town. Stood while it lasted. Anyway, so yeah, so I stopped streaming entirely. I did nothing but write all the time, and I started to burn myself out that way. Frankly, I mean, that's the other thing I tend to do. In the interest of doing something like not being lazy about it, or not being, you know, being quote-unquote serious about it, I will just completely fry myself. No joke, I actually ruined, and I'm still suffering the consequences of this, I ruined the vascular system in my legs in the interest of not being lazy. Because I ended up working for a company that, like so many companies, unthinkingly or straight up idiotically did, where they went to an open office and they didn't order enough chairs. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm overweight and I don't want to be lazy. I will just stand all the time. And I was going to meetings all the time anyway. So even in meetings, we didn't have enough chairs to go around, so I'd volunteer to be the one who would stand or just kind of lean against the wall for a solid year. Well, you know, even with good shoes, as it turns out, that can do actual damage. The number of times I think back and I've ruined some part of me in the interest of not being lazy or not being, you know, not cutting corners. It's pretty pathetic. So don't do that to yourself. But I stopped streaming entirely, burnt myself out on writing, and then started to do this again just because I needed a break. That's hence the not writing streams thing. It's like, all right, it's time to not actually do writing. And now, granted, initially it was like 1 day a week. And now, if I've done some writing, if I'm feeling stressed, if I need to balance things out, yeah, I'll come in here and stream, which means that I'm actually streaming, you know, lately with COVID, just about every day. And that's okay. But going back to where I started talking about that, that means that the original reason I stopped and the reason I kind of lost that community that I'd built up, the reason just doesn't apply anymore, you know? I'll say it plainly. I would like those people back. I've talked to a couple of them in the meantime, you know what I mean? Like, we still chat on Discord now and then. I'm always glad to hear how they're doing, hint, hint. But I wish I'd been a little bit more balanced, just a little bit more sensible in what I originally did. Ah, phooey. That's right there. If I can do it, you can do it. Your computer. Woo, back up, back up, back up, back up. Missed. Haha. Got your crotch. Sorry. It's not on purpose. That just tends to be. It's like if I'm crouched down and they're running at me, that's where all the bullets land. I now have a Patsy Cline song going through my head. See if you can name which one. People still know Patsy Cline, right? If not, then there's a whole nother generation that's probably going to discover her music, and it'll be for the better. Whoop, there we go. All right, let's start looking for locations. Start scouting out the new site. So, nice thing about this one, I think it's still going to take a while to find it. Let me check and see how long it's been here. We're in 1 hour. That's actually just fine. They just need about an hour to find the new site and maybe start to set up some of the basics. So I have one place in mind. Let's go ahead and go take a look at that and see if it might not work out as, hey, maybe we'll try it out. Click, there. We'll try it out. I'll click again. Maybe it'll be the place. I don't think it meets all the requirements, but it looks like a nice spot. So. But yeah, I'm finding, so the difficulty with writing isn't so much like, what do I want to do with the story? That's part of it. Lately, I've been experiencing this thing where some of the ideas that are in the story that I knew would be there, let's call it visually. I've talked about how the title character in the book has this sort of a desire every once now and then to bite someone for various reasons. Well, what reasons? And for the longest time, I didn't really know. Like, you could, I wouldn't. Anyway, so part of it could be, just to lay it out there, part of it could be sexual. It could be, you know, something kind of connected with that. But I knew that that wasn't, even if that was part of it, that wasn't going to be the whole thing. Definitely was not the whole thing. In fact, part of me wanted to say, like, I actually think it's, if not the opposite, if you can, I don't know if you can imagine whatever that means. It's just not that. Like, that doesn't fully sum it up there. Can I create one here? Alright, we got a green light. What if I put this down here? New. Where can I put it where I need to be able to reach all the way across there. Yeah, this is going to be the tricky part of this one that I didn't really think about, is in order to reach the other side, I need to put this thing almost in the water. It was green there for a sec, right? Yeah, right there. Yeah, I need more of it over there. So it has to, I have to either pick a really narrow spot. Oh man, that's too bad. Or what about right there? Let's just go in. See if there's any cheaty spots I can put it in here. Oh boy, it really doesn't like over here for some reason. What's wrong with this side of the water? What's your problem, bub? Okay, down here works. But now it's too far away. Like I don't have enough of the... Alright, well that might rule that out. What I was going to do is look at building a couple of those staircases that are I don't know what to call them. They're stair pieces, and build this thing so that I basically had a bridge that I could use as a foundation for building something. And from that bridge, I'm willing to bet I'd be able to build up, you know, the planter boxes for the crops and the whole thing. But if I can't get it to go all the way across, it kind of ruins the idea. So, dang. But anyway, so the bite is possibly, like I said, linked to something sexual. More, but that doesn't account for the whole thing. Definitely. It doesn't fully explain it. But in writing it, I've just been kind of going with the flow. You know, it's like, no, like I don't know everything that it's about, but I don't need to know right at the end. Okay, well, this spot might work. A little further? Yeah. Actually, yeah, nice little narrow spot. It doesn't have to be over a really wide section of the water. Let's push that out as far as I can go. It's very particular about that lip right there. Okay. Now, before I do anything else, let's take the name. 10-ton. Let's see. Something alliterative that means farm. Or, let's see. Farm, ranch. There we go. The number of words you can find that basically mean what you want that are also alliterative with 10-ton. Anyway, let's see. We're going to turn the public icon off for right now. We're going to change the icon to this. That works. Okay. Am I in build? Oh, it's okay. I was like, wait a minute. Am I in build mode? So stored. What do I have stored that I need to trash here? God. What is that? Camp blueprint. Which one is that, though? Build, store, store. Yeah. 17 power conduits. I guess I'll hang on to those for right now. How many roof tiles? One? Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. May as well leave it. How many of those? 2. We don't need the posters. Don't need the clock. So this is, the point is, her bite is actually really essential to the story in a lot of ways. It's actually now how the story opens. And I knew it connected her to the main character in the book, the protagonist. It wasn't until just recently, though, that I feel like I fully understood where it was coming from. What it is, why it's in the story, how it's going to be used. So, hang on a sec here. We'll just leave those. Okay. All right. 6% stored. Really? The conduit's taking up that much? Holy crud, I think they are. Those things are expensive as hell. Okay, well there's another lesson learned. Why that is, I don't even know. So getting rid of the conduits and a roof tile dropped us. That took up 4% of the overall build budget. That is nuts. All right, let's go over on the other side. I have to say, I do really, really like this little spot. Hoping I can do with it what I really want to do here, but We're about to find out. Anyway, so where the hell was I going with that even? I was talking about, this idea of something to do with how much of the story do I actually need to know before I get writing? Like I write stuff every single day. I explore these things every single day, and it like I'm writing a lot. It's just that none of it is sticking into a narrative for whatever reason. It's like being able to document everything about the story without actually being able to write the stupid thing. Just let me tell you how annoying that is. Okay, I guess it's being a little funny about how... Oh, there we go. Whoop, nope, back up. There's log cabin too. Though I'm not going to do the log cabin thing everywhere, so. Okay, so there's my anchor. Let's head up here. See what else we can do with it. Let's take some floor pieces. Sure, why not? Yeah, let's go ahead and make it too wide. Whoops. There we go. Anyway, my apologies. In between building stuff and all that, I lost the main gist of what I was saying. Now, the question is, so here, it's not going to let me attach stairs to that thing. Oh, or will it? It will. I'm amazed. Let's see if I can turn around, put the stairs on the other side. Or do I want to do that? Yeah, that's fine. No, I want it the other way. I'm flummoxed. I'm really just flabbergasted here. I did not think it was going to let me do that. So that's basically it. From here, I just need to... Everything else I plan for this is going to be based around finding room for Brahmin. So I think I need to build a Brahmin pen somewhere. But the whole thing is basically just going to be a house, but it's going to be a house architecturally situated over the water. I like the way it looks. I like its location. I don't have the thing that I can harvest here, but I'm going to go with this for a while. It's not going to be a huge build, so if I decide I really want to find a location where I can get some steel or junk or lead or silver or whatever else, I can do that later. So the next question then is, what do I do to get up there? And I think, like, rather than just plopping stairs on that, I'm going to look at doing is putting one of these on. Maybe another one? Okay, it's not let me do that. Don't know why. Boy, it doesn't like putting anything there, does it? I guess that'll do. It's a little weird, but... Okay. Same sort of thing. Oh, actually, we don't need that over there since that one's flush. I like it. I like it a lot. Look at that. Camera. Let's get the camera. Nice. Got my own little pond. I'm in the pond. What do you want to bet when I actually fast travel down to this spot, I'm going to land in the water most of the time? That's just going to be a thing. Alright, so is this going to be under resources where there's a Brahmin pen? Where would that be? What is that? Chicken coop. Huh, okay. Fertilizer producer, that might not be a bad idea either. Resources, where else? Food? No? I'm just going to go take a look real quick. I should know exactly... I should already know what I need to do that, but... I don't. I'm just looking to see where it is in the menu. Really? Okay, give me just a sec here. I think that's it. I don't think there's a Brahmin pen. I think you just basically put a fertilizer producer in there and... No, it doesn't. Stop arguing. It does not. There we go. And then they show up. And done. Alright, well, let's see. I think before I do a whole lot more with this, like, let's get some basics in, and then from there, I'm going to take some time offline and actually plan the rest. Because I don't want to just, I'm finding that the builds that I do ad hoc, like this, tend to be a little end up being a little problematic. So I think I want to plan exactly where I want to put stuff here. The basic footprint is perfect, exactly what I wanted. We have our Brahmin, that part's done. So let's go to floors, create an overhang here just for a little shelter. Excuse me. And I wonder if I can put in one of these. Is that going to work right? Does it just want to attach that one way? That might be okay, though. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Grab it. And then we need a power supply somewhere. Can put it up there. You know, we make that little overhang sort of a supply closet. Again, part of this is kind of temporary. We're just finding places for things right now. Generators. And actually, yeah, a windmill at this location would make a lot more sense overall. Now, it's not going to produce nearly enough power for what I need. And now that I know how much those power connectors cost, I'm a little leery of using them. But I don't know how you're supposed to route power otherwise, so here we go. Okay, now we go to vendors. Where are the vendors? There we go. We have... No, we're not doing that one. Yeah, we'll do the Halloween one. I kind of like those. Whoop, not up there. Down here. And just a couple of them. We don't need all three. And then stash boxes. Couple basics. Stash boxes we will put away from those. I heard just yesterday that putting the stash box too near your vending machines can actually be trouble. Which I've never heard before, but I'm just going to pretend like, whether that's true or not, I'm going to pretend like it is. Hello, cow. Okay, let's go to crafting. And again, some basics. Now the stash boxes. Where'd they go? There we go. Good enough. Okay, I'm gonna put a couple lights here too. Not like that though. I think what the point I was trying to get, it's bugging me that I lost track of what felt like an important thought earlier. I think part of, oh boy, it's leaving again, just from doing this. 1, 2. Let's not put that there. About 2/3 of the way through. Basically, I feel like I'm making progress on the story without actually making progress on the narrative. Like, as long as I've been working on this thing, even as long as I've been working on this thing, it's okay. A little bright, aren't they? And the light doesn't actually reach down here. It just kind of lights up the... That's kind of weird, right? Alright. As long as I've been working on it, I've sometimes felt like the core story is still a little bit wishy-washy. You're in the way. Yeah, if those aren't going to light up... Okay, well, lesson learned. If you want to light something with those, they need to be... Well, that's not like it's all that high, is it? Is that more than one wall section high? Check something here. Can I put one of these down? Oh, it is. Okay, well, that's part of the problem. It's really high up there. Okay, well, let's do this then. So in all the work I'm doing day to day, I feel like I'm making progress because I am understanding better some of the core motivations, core plot points, how various things work. But it is very, very frustrating that the whole thing isn't coming together into a narrative that I can show someone else. Or at least that's what it feels like. I'm probably wrong there too. I don't know how many times I've shown, and kind of out of desperation, showed my notes to my wife and had her go, and what is wrong with this? Why isn't this it? It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like the thing. There we go. And you, what color do we want this to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boy, there's a lot of colors. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are way too many colors. You know, they're just going to be kind of random colors, because that'll work. Apparently I'm getting thirsty again. There we go. Sure, that. That works. It's going to work well enough right now. I just don't want to spend a significant amount of time on anything that I didn't really plan out or intend. I don't want random builds to take over. So I've got all my basics. Like, if people want to actually use the cant, they can come up and they can buy stuff. There are places they can do all that. Let's put a stove out here somewhere, shall we? We'll put up some other signs that there's signs of life here. Let's go to crafting, go to food. Put a barbecue spit right out here. Actually, no. Instead of that, can I transform that one? No, you can't. You can only get rid of it. Lame. This thing. That also is a stove. My old standby. These lights work really, really well. Alrighty, what else? Put up one of those. Good. Don't want to. Not gonna. Yeah, we can put a campfire out here. Put it dangerously close to the trees, burn down the whole forest. Not there though, huh? Just too far outside the bounds. And, oh, water. Yeah, why don't we put some water in here? You know, odd thing, I'm going to actually have to start harvesting dirty water just so I can boil it. So go ahead and put in a well. And a couple of these somewhere. Ironically, those won't go in the water. That's okay. I don't remember the last time I used one of that. No, I don't actually. No, I just having the call it the like pristine water there. I don't want to gum that up with anything. So, ugh, there's not really a lot of places I can put this then. What about on the other side? Ugh, let's move you. No? Really? Sure, right there. And just one. I do not need a lot of these. I usually overbuild these things too. Oops, I'm like, why isn't the wiring working? Because you're not... Excuse me, you're not in build mode anymore. Build mode anymore, Jack. And apparently I need a connector. Which is unfortunate. They're ridiculously expensive. What about from there? That'll do. Now I think we're good. Cool. So all the stuff on this end is kind of temporary. Like I said, it's there. These are what I consider the camp basics. Someplace to work, someplace to sell stuff. You got basic power. You have stash boxes. You can cook. This is all good. And up here is going to be where I start to put in just a little bit of a house with a bed in it. Just a minimal sort of little spot for her to sleep. And the rest is going to be building out a place to grow crops. And along those lines, let's go down here. Go to resources and put in another. Oh, do you only get one? Oh, now I'm on water. You only get one. Okay, I guess. One cow. So, that works. Just kind of looking ahead. Oh, 7 hours shy of my 10% point. This might be enough, honestly. Like, maybe don't overthink it. Maybe this plus a little spot for a house is plenty. How much do I need for a house? Is one of these things enough? Just needs a bed, right? A little shack to sleep in. Yeah, let's just do this one. And for the flooring, that's a neat pattern, but it's not exactly what I want. Both those look like mall flooring, if you ask me. Okay. I don't want it to look like crap. Do I want wallpaper inside, or is like a log cabin build good enough? Log cabin build's probably fine. Yeah, it takes up more wood, but that's fine. No? Why won't you go there? Of course you won't go there. That would be too damn easy. Why will you not go there? Okay. So, for stupid reasons. I'm sorry. I get so fed up with, probably too fed up, with all the weird little rules that they put on your builds. Sure, we'll put the door on that side. Probably don't want those on both sides. That's a lovely view. That'll work. Beds. That's lights. Put a light in here too, but right now we want beds. Sheesh. That one takes up, see, it feels like that one takes up a lot more room. Again, not that it matters a ton. Okay. Roof would be nice. Yeah, door too. Sure, that fits a log cabin. Really? Okay. What about a mushroom light? Oh, it's not going to fit up there? Really? That's too bad. Oh, it requires power. It's not just a natural kind of a glow light. Okay, well, let's see. More connectors. Has to be.
Yep.
It has support. Stop being a jerk. Just put it there. Told you. Now, do you light up? Whoa, you light up way too bright. Just kind of like I figured. Alright, you're now decorative, but you're going outside. You keep me up all night. Sure, why not? Then inside, for lights. See, this is why I use light lanterns and candles for absolutely everything. They're just soft enough. Everything else is just so dang harsh. Let's see. No, it's going to be finicky with the bed. I bet. Yeah, I was going to say, I bet I can put it on the bed covers. I don't want to do that, though. All right, that'll work. That's enough. I'm curious about one more thing. Go to floors. One of these. Really? Okay. I was kind of hoping that would fit in there. What about a really small one? Nope. But you fit there. It'll do. So having that shack dead just weird in the middle like that, I really don't care for. Gives me an idea though, like in building the actual thing, I'll probably just double that on the other side. So it'll be crops that kind of wrap around it or that are on both sides of it. With a little house shape right in the middle. I'll think about it for a little bit. For right now, this will do. Head over here. Yep. That'll do for now. Let's go ahead and turn the public indicator back on. So it shows up on other people's maps. And I can't tell if that's supposed to be like... What icon is that? It looks kind of like a farm to me, which, you know, that works. That's somehow more appropriate. I'll leave that there. All right. We got our new home. The one thing I don't have here yet is the brewing stations, but again, I'm going to wait till I figure out where the crops are going to go. Then I will worry about that. The other thing that I'm going to have to figure out is whether or not there are places around here where, like, where is the sap going to be produced from the trees? Because for whatever reason in the game, as many trees as there are, it seems like they make that a pretty rare resource. So I'm not going to do it on stream today because frankly it's just me wandering around staring at trees. But I need to go and figure out where I can find stuff. But yeah, fundamentally here, and they'll probably put the still over on that side. The basic, like I said, the basic footprint is good. You know, so the other idea here is that instead of putting the shack like right in the middle like that, I can build off of both ends and build something like a, I'd want to call it a greenhouse, but I don't have the greenhouse glass pieces. So, but I can use maybe even what look like jail walls so that most of it's open, exposed to the light. put more of the structure, more of the crops inside a building that you don't, because frankly, that way I can lock it up too. Like, I don't mind people coming along and taking some stuff, but I doubt that'll be a problem, really. I don't think that'll be a thing. Probably worrying about that too much. But yeah, just as a start, really, really happy with it. Good deal. I'm just about at 2 hours here, just shy of 2 hours. So I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap it up here pretty soon because it's already 7:30 here. I've got this thing in my brain stuck there around how I started to talk about the story. I had something really important to say, and it just died in my head. But I guess I'll have to come back to that. The long and short of it is I figured it out. I had this little epiphany moment where I figured out, what's going on with why does she want to bite people? How does that connect her to the other character? How's that going to factor into the rest? Like, the story just congealed even more in my head, which makes me all the more eager to get it out and share it with you and everyone else. But it's being a little bit of an SOB. It's not coming out. And I don't know how to coax it anymore. But if nothing else, I'll tell you, it feels good to know with more certainty sort of what the basic footprint of the story is. Because I don't know about other writers, but for me, the story can exist in my head without a lot of hard structure to it for a very long time. I imagine this is actually pretty common. I think this is probably closer to the norm, where you get a little seed of an idea. Maybe you have some pictures in your head. Maybe you have a few ideas. Maybe you have a character or some kind of system or even just a very abstract kind of a dynamic that you're going to play off of. But the actual story, the what you're going to tell people to get all of that across, that doesn't come for a long time. That maybe you don't even know until you're done with the last chapter. Yeah, I'm checking to see how close I am to... This is a good lead site also. So yeah, and I'm right down there. That's nice. Very, very good. So the characters have been pretty well fleshed out for a long time. More characters than I can really even use in the story, honestly. Like, not everyone who's in my head is going to show up in the cast. Do I actually have any meat to cook? I think I let all my meat go bad. Spoiled vegetables. I still got some... Okay, I have some stuff I can cook. Take that. Put Super Duper on. We'll hop on the stove. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't let this go to waste. You're really hoofing it there. No pun intended. Nice. Alright, so a little dinner here. Snaptail reed. Where did I pick that up? Here. This is now where we drop the stuff we don't want. Silt bean puree, spoiled vegetables. What do you want to bet they came from the robot at the last place? Risking waterborne disease. Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. Let's do some oat collar lager. Eat a pumpkin. Get poisoned. Silt bean puree. Some ribs. Some of that rad stag. And we're good to go. So for the dailies, what do we have? Complete an event? Level up? Maybe. Kill a feral ghoul. This we can do. Shall we go to Morgantown real quick? That won't take long. Careful. Oh, I'll just do this one more thing. 8 hours later. Or more realistically, 3 hours later. Morgantown High School. Yeah, that is a good place to start. We'll make quick work of this. So I'm a little nervous, and I'm a little nervous for kind of stupid reasons, but it's a thing. So I posted pictures of the first keyboard that I built on a Reddit group and in a local keyboard group. And the reason I'm nervous is my experience with these particular channels of social media have been almost unilaterally negative. You know, there's a typewriter group on there, and I posted recently hey, I found this really cool typewriter, and it's got this one little thing, and I need to figure out how to do XYZ, and has anyone here done that? And like 2/3 of the people who came across it downvoted it, and I'm like, why? I'm just, look, it's a picture, this is what you do. It's a picture, like it didn't violate the requirement, you know, the guidelines for the group. So I'm left in this spot where it's like it's just people online, right? It's like people just decided they didn't like it for some reason. I don't know. I mean, at the same time, I also got help. I also got some people who are explaining kind of step by step, you know, how to do it. But I'm like, why the negative vibes? You know, 1 or 2 people is one thing, but when it's like, again, a full third of the people who read it are like, no, take this gets a downvote. Like, I just personally, I don't like dealing with it. And it's not just Reddit. It's been like, that's all social media. Ironically, I think counter to a lot of people's experiences, I've actually had the best luck with Twitter. I know that for a lot of people, Twitter ends up being an absolute trash fest. You do get a certain kind of people in there, but somehow I've managed to evade all that. I don't know how. But I have. But Reddit? Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to hold a scorecard up for that guy. There we go. Come on out. There you are. One more over here, right? Are you there? Where are you, buddy? Oh, there you are. 8 more. Sheesh. Let's keep going down the road. Whoop. Where are you going? And why can't I hit you? There we go. Whee! Pull your skirt down. Yeah, there's something in the chemistry there that my brain is not wired up to at all. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's more normal than I know. It doesn't seem like it is, just looking at it from the outside. Whoops. But it ends up being very frustrating, and it's like when I go and look, and I'm like, okay, what did I do? Like, if there was something there and that some people were kind of put off by that, was it, like, what did I miss in the chemistry here? Or in the, like, here's how you use this site. What am I missing? And I'm blind to it. Absolutely blind to it. Oh, nope. Get away. Slappy. And why are none of you carrying anything? 2 more. You know, these are groups that are not otherwise negative either. You know, it's not like you get a lot of trash talk on there or anything. We basically just set him free there. Anyway. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. So I posted a picture and said, "Hey, here's my first keyboard build. Here's what it's made of. What do you think?" And I'm waiting to just get torn apart. I'm waiting to just get trashed.
Hey Sam, I brought your bread in so it doesn't mold in the
Tumble, tumble, tumble. I don't like to think where I just pulled that fuse from. One more, and I could hear him gooping about up here. Where did they go? You're not a ghoul, you're a bug. Tool. Never gets old. There we go. Not a lot of points for that one, though. Tempted to go and try to level up, but again, yeah, I just think it's a bad idea. It looks like it's not going to take that long, but just that last little bit on the meter, that's a solid hour or more's work. So instead, we're going to head back here. So I haven't put up my vault entrance. I probably want to do that too. All right. And I'm the sort of person that would be mostly glad to just leave social media alone anyway, if not for the fact that I knew I actually wanted to try to, hopefully, publish something someday. And I know that these days, as a writer, I am fully dressed. Let's at least deal with the jetpack, shall we? Yeah, you've got to do your own marketing. Like, you've got to build your own platform. I would have thought that that was part of what publishing companies did for you. And in a sense, yes, that's true, I think. You know, bigger publishing houses have established relationships with bookstores and that kind of thing. So they can make sure that your book at least makes it into more venues. But the actual marketing, it's my impression, I don't think I'm wrong here, that you've got to do a lot of your own thing. That's just become the norm. Get rid of the backpack, take that off, take off the bulk of the armor, and we'll leave on the Under Armour. We're going to call that a day. So, yeah, sorry for all the foibles at the beginning of the stream. Looks like right now, so all the changes, reducing the screen resolution, turning down quality, seems to have helped some. Still not nearly as much as I would like, but it's better than nothing. But it looks like it's a beautiful evening out there. The sun's setting. There's a little bit of a wind picking up. I'm going to go breathe some fresh air. I hope you have a wonderful evening. A great start to your week. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay away from COVID at all costs. Take care of yourself and the ones you love. And, you know, all those people out there who you don't even know. But yeah, have a good week. God bless. We'll talk to you again soon.